What's up guys, Friday afternoon, I'm in the shed, I'm loading up, and today I'm going to present to you the new hitch that we're going to be running on Patriot Games. Yes, you heard that right, we're going to be running a brand new hitch. We just got the prototype hot off the press, and yes, it's still from Cruisemaster. There isn't another hitch in the world that compares to the Cruisemaster hitch. Now, as you can probably tell, I'm a little bit passionate about this hitch. I've got a long history with using this hitch, and there is no doubt in my mind, hand on heart, there is not a better product when it comes to coupling a trailer to a tow vehicle in the world, yeah? Now, with the Do35, we've been through about 4 different variations of the Do35, and the team at Cruisemaster, I'm really proud to be associated with them because they are such a foresight company like Patriot Campers is. They can take a product and keep reinventing it, and every time they do it, it gets so much better. I'm going to run you through the features of the brand new Do35, and I'm going to introduce all new Do45 hitch. Difference between the two: this one's rated to 3.5 tonnes, Do35. This one's rated to 4.5 tonnes, Do45. This is getting more popular in Australia now. When it comes to, say, the Ram 1500 or the Ram 2500, they now have a 4.5 tonne towing capacity, so you need to ensure that your hitch is rated to that. The first thing you're going to notice with the Do35 Plus is the brand new dust cap. So they've come up with an all new design for the dust cap. It's a lot more ergonomic, it's simpler to use, it's easy to use, and they've actually called it the check lock system, and I actually quite like that name, and I'll tell you why. Check lock, for me, it's like a sixth sense, right? If I pull up somewhere with my camper trailer, anywhere I pull up, whether I'm remote or I'm in the city, I've got this little sixth sense that when I go back to my vehicle, I always just automatically do a walk around my camper trailer, make sure everything's closed. The last thing I look at before I jump back into my vehicle is the dust cap on the Do35. The reason for that is the dust cap will not seat unless the hitch is locked in. So it's got a little thumb release down here, and you just pop the cap up there. The actual coupling is still very similar to the last version of Do35, but another really cool feature that they've added, and anybody who owns a trailer and reverses their camper trailer, and let's face it, pretty much every new vehicle these days has a reversing camera. They've got this little reflector at the front, and that might seem like a very minute detail, but when you're reversing up at night and looking through your reverse camera, this gives you the indication on when you're underneath your hitch, and it saves you doing that 20, 30 point, getting in and out of the car, yelling at your wife, screaming at the kids, all that sort of stuff. It just helps to eliminate that and make coupling up your trailer just a little bit easier. Another really big feature that they've added, and if I go back to our boat trailer from Arnhem Land, because of the hitch height on the trailer, we actually had to mount the Do35 underneath. So we had to bolt it to the drawbar in this orientation, whereas usually you'd bolt it to the drawbar in this orientation. They've increased the webbing at the back on these flanges, on these cast flanges. You can option this Do35 with a handbrake or without a handbrake. And they're probably the main features that are new on the Do35 Plus. Let's move over to the Do45. Now, fundamentally, the Do45 has all the same features, so I won't run through that again. They've nailed the design, and the Do35 Plus, they've taken all of those design cues, those updates, and applied them to the Do45. You'll notice that there's a pretty big difference in the actual hitch pins, the articulation, the 360-degree rotation, and really the safety aspect that comes with Cruisemaster DO series hitch, 35 or 45, is a really big thing for me when touring with my family, and it should be more of an important thing when it comes to towing a 4.5 tonne or a big caravan. Now, the Do45 is not actually released to market as yet. We get the advantage that we get some of these prototypes to help get involved with the testing. Worthwhile stating, both of these are fully ADR compliant. They're individually or independently tested, I should say. Compliance is another really big one when it comes to coupling up your hitch. So there's a little bit about hitches, yeah? And I am passionate about hitches because I'm passionate about what Cruisemaster do for this industry, keeping everybody safe, and the innovation that goes into a product that a lot of the times it's overlooked. The real world testing, you watch any episode of Patriot Games, where we've been, You know, the mishaps that we've had with trailers, more often than once, the Do35 has gotten us out of trouble. That's about it for the Do35. I'm going to fill up this X1N, and this weekend, I am out of here.